The quest to sanitize the judiciary by making judicial officers more comfortable and immune from inducements took a giant stride when the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekereekun, launched the design and construction of 50 billion naira housing projects for justices of the Court of Appeal, judges of the Federal High Court, and judges of the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Abuja. But the move has attracted criticisms from many quarters. However, some senior advocates of Nigeria, SANs, have backed the CJN over her decision to attend the event. And according to Professor Awakalu, SAN, that the CJN was there does not mean that she has been compromised. Professor Kalu said, as the head of the judiciary, she can witness foundation stone-laying ceremony. Hold on, let me start with you.
Okay.
What's this fuse for?
You know, there are people that they are cynical by default, and I don't know why. When people are not, cannot divorce their emotion from fact. There are many people in Nigeria like that. Because maybe they hate the president. So even if there are certain good things that are being done by his administration, they cannot see. Because they have refused to see. We criticize the government here. We criticize the president. We criticize, even on this program, we criticize actions or inactions of government. And yet, when we need to commend, yes, we commend. When we tell them to do better, they do better. Now, I don't understand this criticism. The FCTA is building houses for judges. I don't think anybody is questioning why that should happen, because if that would even be a terrible query.
They are.
Because if people are questioning, it's a very terrible one, because judges deserve far more than they are getting.
Someone saying is to bribe them for what they've done.
That's what I'm saying. People are just unnecessarily,
for what they will do.
People are just unnecessarily cynical. In those days, I used to cover the judiciary. I told myself I wasn't envying these judges. I would see judges in court, write in longhand everything that was being said by even witnesses. I would hear a lawyer sometimes tell a witness, please, hold on, my lord is writing. So if I am saying I am going to school, you will have to wait. The judge will write, I am going to school. Then I will be there tomorrow. You still, this is looking like menial work, menial task, clerical task. And I was there when the judgment was given, the justice that gave a verdict against Al-Mustafa and Co., which was later upturned. That judgment was for lasted for 7 or 8 hours. And that judge, everything that everybody said, during the years that the case lasted, she was just repeating them. I said, what is this? And she wrote those things down. Now, our judges deserve far more than they are getting. And that's the truth. Now, if this building, this property, is meant for judges, right? Now, who should be there? The head of judiciary. Judiciary was there. The contract is not awarded by Nyesom Wike. Nyesom Wike is FCT minister today.
And it's not his personal money.
It's not his personal money. He will leave tomorrow. He can even leave tomorrow. Okay? Justice Kudirat Kekereekun will not be CJN forever. Are you getting? The president of the Court of Appeal will not be there forever. But that property will be a legacy. I don't think this in any way threatens the independence of the judiciary. See, are you even expecting that the judiciary should be the one awarding this kind of contract? Just imagine judiciary awards this kind of contract and there are cases for litigation there. Who is going to litigate against you? So who is going to judge the judiciary? The judiciary will be judging itself. Will be the judge in this. So I do not see the SANs that are criticizing the criticisms. I think they are right. I don't see any reason why we should be creating a storm in a teacup.
Honestly.
Over the, it's not necessary.
So, Joseph, I think the louder voice here is Professor Chidi Odikalu, who was talking about the intention of the executive to embark on such project for the judiciary on a land seized from a construction giant, Julius Berger. He said or relied on Rule 2.8 of the Judicial Code of Conduct to say that a judge shall avoid developing excessively close relationships with frequent litigants, such as government ministers or their officials, municipal officers.
What is relationship in somebody being invited? Come and witness. This thing is for the judiciary. The Supreme Court complex was built by the executive, not the judiciary. Ordinarily, the executive is supposed to, such infrastructure should actually be handled by the executive.
Yeah.
Attorney generals work maybe for a state governor. They build structures for the judiciary. We have judges who get transferred to places like Abuja. There's nowhere for them to stay. I know that even the president of the Court of Appeal was complaining about this sometime last year when they had their celebration, I think legal week or so. They have nowhere. Some people will be, if you transfer a judge from Lagos, for example, or from Rivers, to go and become a appeal court judge in Abuja, they won't be happy. Because what they enjoy at state level, the fantastic infrastructure in place and the welfare scheme in place, at those two states, they do not even enjoy at federal level. Some of them, when they transfer them, some appeal court judges, is the same vehicle they've been using from where they used to be that they are using. You don't want judges to be corrupt, yet you take their welfare lightly. I can see one of those judges was saying, well, this particular person, that's Odin Kalu, that all he does is just criticize the judiciary. All he does is just criticize. Some of them, I've seen where he was criticizing the president of Court of Appeal and all that. Some of those criticisms are just baseless. Somebody appears at a foundation laying ceremony just by courtesy. This thing is for your colleagues in the judiciary. You, as the head of the judiciary, you are invited to be a witness to it. That is already a crime to Professor Odinkalu. By what logic? Oh, there are people who may not even show up, but as judges, they may not be transparent. They may not be even-handed. Exactly. You may not see them at events, but it doesn't stop them from being corrupt or from being appendages of the executive. So if I become a judge now, my old classmates cannot invite me to an event anymore. I'll be running away from
because
them.
I'm no longer a human being. I'm no longer, you're no longer.
Okay, if we are to build, let us even say, if we are to build another Supreme Court complex, I know that Supreme Court complex is a fantastic edifice. I've been there before to cover stories. If we are to build another one, for example, maybe that one failed an integrity test. It is the executive that will build it. Are you saying it will be wrong for the on the day that they are going to do the sword turning ceremony, that it will be wrong for the CJN to be physically present because it's the executive that is building? I mean, let us stop all of this meaningless. You just want to be hard criticizing people. Abi? Okay, go ahead. Some of the people criticize, give them appointment. You will see how they will fail spectacularly. Give them now. We say we wanted young people. How many of the young people that we put in power have impressed us? Are some of them even good examples? Look at what they try to put in place here. I'm trying to see 40 units of 5-bedroom duplexes, 40 units of 3-bedroom BQs, that's boys' quarters, 3 event centers, 3 corner shops, 3 security houses, 3 power generating plants, playground in the 3 sections. 10 units will be for judges of the Court of Appeal. 10 units will be for judges of the Federal High Court. 20 units for judges of the High Court of FCT, because those judges are apparently many. So Wike has only used his office. He's a lawyer by training. And I think a life member of the body of benchers or so. He has only used his office to try to help the judiciary where he is a member of the family, whether we see it like that or not. The ones he built, the fantastic buildings that he built for the judiciary in his Rivers, he still to pretend over those ones. Has he not left power in Rivers? Are the people coming behind not going to enjoy? This is baseless criticism, and there are many of them like that. All they want to see, they want attention of the media just to abuse people, say things, certain standards that they have not met for other people. I mean, so it's just meaningless. Should these judges be sleeping on the streets? In Lagos, I remember a time when people were transferred to the police headquarters, and they were sleeping in the open in police headquarters here. They were transferred to Lagos from Sokoto and other places. They had to sleep in the open. No facility, no infrastructure for them.
And these same people will be the ones to criticize government for not doing this.
Yes. Now somebody has done it. You said they took it from Julius Baja. Okay, let the court decide whether it was wrong or not. They'll take it from Julius Baja. After 15 years of not developing the piece of land. Let the court decide. Let the court, are you Julius Baja's attorney? The last time I checked, I didn't even see you in court. Are you the attorney? And you must now say it's wrong.
Let's take Samuel from K2. Samuel, good afternoon to you. Welcome to Journalist Hangout.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you too.
Okay, thank you. I want to say something. Some people are criticizing the government, or rather wicked. It's not because it's a personal issue, but they are looking.
Samuel, are you there? Okay. Any final thoughts on?
I don't actually know what he was going to say. Nobody
said it's not a personal issue.
Yeah, nobody said.
So I don't know where he was headed. But if you build infrastructure for judges, do you remember the case? I think it was in Edo State, where the governor lost a case and then decided that, okay, leave the place that he evicted the judges who... So and people are saying, no, don't wait until these judges leave power, that you now do owner-occupier this thing for them. Let them have houses where they can rest their heads. And the truth is they don't have enough. In Abuja, I think it's Gudu quarters where they have their houses. Those houses are not enough. Do you want them to be sleeping on the street?
Talking about criticism, please, nobody says people should not be criticized. I mean, there's no human being that should not. Criticism is good for us. But what kind of criticism?
Let it be constructive.
Let it be constructive criticism. For God's sake, this is not about Wiki. This is not about anybody. It's about the welfare of the judges. If anybody does this thing, we should. It may be not Wiki too. It may not even be Wiki. If somebody else is doing it in his capacity as FCT minister, we will still praise the person. If Wiki is doing certain things wrong, you can criticize. Right. There's no anybody can criticize. You can criticize the president. We're not saying you should not criticize anybody.